What's up, guys? It's Little Teddy with Little Teddy Fragrances, and this is another quick review. This is actually a clone of one of my most favorite niche fragrances of all time, that being Kilian's Black Phantom, and this is none other than Parfums Vintage Halcyon. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. Parfums Vintage Halcyon. And so just jumping right into it, I give this one a 7.5 out of 10, and I'll tell you why right now. So jumping right into the smell, this is like a rum coffee, sweet, thick, and dark chocolate type of fragrance based after the smell of Killing's Black Phantom. It is similar in some ways, but it's not hitting the mark 100%, or even I would say 80 or 90%. I find this fragrance to smell kind of like how Black Phantom smells in the air. So if you can imagine smelling this up close on your skin, what you smell is kind of like what Black Phantom smells like in the air. So it's a lot more of an aromatic fragrance, and it doesn't have that deepness that the original niche version has. As a matter of fact, I would say this kind of smells like a designer version of Kilian's Black Phantom. So it's a lot more approachable, but it's just not hitting those niche levels, or it doesn't stand out in that type of way. So you're missing a lot of that deep, decadent, dark chocolate and the heavy rum that you would smell in the original, which is disappointing because for about half of that price, you can actually get genre Parfums version, which is to me is about 90 to 95% similar to the actual Kilian Black Phantom and is half the price. So now we're going to talk about the seasons, and this definitely is a fall and winter scent, as you can tell. And the actual opening, when I first got it, was quite a bit alcoholic, unfortunately, so you might get the same thing. But it does macerate after a couple of weeks, I noticed, in my opinion, and it did get a lot better in the opening, uh, which I get now. As far as performance, now this one surprised me because in the first 20 minutes, I just kind of got like a sweet, chocolatey type of fragrance, which wasn't bad, but it wasn't really that close to Kilian's Black Phantom. But once you get about 2 to 4 hours in, this one really starts to warm up on the skin. It gets darker. The performance is better as far as the projection and sillage, as well as the scent development. And it actually smells a lot better than it did in the first 2 hours. And it takes a little bit while for it to get really closer to that Black Phantom niche style, decadent chocolate, rum, peppery type of feel that you get with that fragrance. So it's actually pretty decently once it gets, to that 2 hour mark. And the projection is also a lot better than it was in those first 2 hours. Longevity is outstanding. I will actually say it's better than the genre Parfums version and the Alexandria version. I get no less than 12 hours. I get a good 12 to 16 hours just to be a little bit more particular on the time. I will say that even to those 12 and 16 hours, the fragrance is still jumping off the skin. Once after those 16 hours, it does get closer, but there's really no need to respray this one. So even if you're not getting a lot of projection with this one in those 2 hours, I would recommend on just waiting until you get to those 4 hours to see if you want to respray. But this one definitely performs. I don't have any issues at all. So I don't regret on buying this one, but I do recommend that you try out the Genre Parfums version, which is a lot better and half the price. So anyways, this is Little Teddy with Little Teddy Fragrances signing out. Peace. And have a safe